right, man. We haven't seen you in a bit.
I know. We've had a long time off.
It's got to be itching to get back in there. It's got to be exciting for you to finally
Mate,
be in this fight week.
I can't wait, honestly. In a way, it's a bit of a blessing in disguise that I got injured and had this time off because before, I always love what I do. You know, I love this sport, but you know, when you start to, it becomes very repetitive. You know, it's the same thing in and out, and having an injury and putting me out and being told you can't train, you know, that's given me that spark again. You know, it's given me that hunger again that I kind of maybe was lacking a little bit on my last few fights. You know, for this fight, I've been training like Clubber Lang and Rocky 3. You know, I'm hungry to get in there, and you know, obviously I've got someone like Dodson who, you know, who would need more motivation
Sure.
than to go against John Dodson.
You know, people are going to find it hard to believe that you're saying like being repetitive for you has meant just nothing but winning for the past few years and putting people away.
Yeah,
Has that gotten boring?
it's been good. You know, I feel like I've got that kind of winning formula at the moment. I've got the right team around me, and you know, I'm a big believer in if it's not broke, don't fix it. But as I say, it was kind of one of those where, you know, getting up in the morning to train every day, the same thing, it got slightly boring. And then having that time off has given me that spark again. You know, I've fallen in love with the sport again. This whole fight camp for Dodson, it's been enjoyable. Obviously, cutting weight, that's never enjoyable, you know. But I've been having a laugh. You know, it's made me realise that I'm getting paid to have fun. You know, this is my dream. This is my dream job, and you know, not many people get to say that. So, you know, it's definitely, you know, giving me that spark again.
If you were a dangerous guy before, I mean, how much more dangerous are you now if you're having fun and enjoying like the process of getting ready to beat somebody up?
Well, they say a happy fighter is a dangerous fighter, so you know, I'd hate to be Dodson right now.
What did you do, I guess, physically and training wise with the broken arm? I mean, did you just work on other parts of the game, or is it just a matter of like, well, I'll go run on the treadmill today just to get some work in?
Exactly that. When I had the cast, you know, I couldn't even run. So what I was doing is getting the treadmill, putting the incline right up, and just walking. You know, I just had to do something because training twice, 3 times a day, and then going down to nothing. You know, it's a weird feeling. You know, I've got all this energy to use. I even had like ropes and stuff, and was doing my head movement. You know, working the jab. Yeah, so you know, I basically did everything I possibly could without affecting that arm anymore.
You talked about sort of the winning formula, and was there a moment when that formula clicked for you, when you knew like, okay, this, like, was it back when you were still in Cage Warriors, when you were, you know, when you had the belt over there? Was that when you realized that you were doing things the right way, or has it been since you've been here in the UFC?
I think when I picked up my Cage Warriors title, that was when I realised, you know, I had the right people around me, and for me, it's not just always about how good the training can be from a certain coach. It's about that relationship you have with them. So you know, my dad is one of my head coaches. I've got Brad Pickett, I've got Ashley Grimshaw, and I can honestly say that them guys are family to me. There's a lot of coaches out there where, you know, they obviously supply their service, but it's for money. You know, you're their fighter, you pay them, etc. But for me, you know, I've got guys behind me that, you know, I believe they love me for who I am, and you know, if all of a sudden I said, oh, I don't want to fight anymore, I'd still see them pretty much every day, and you know, for me, it's nice to have that click.
Yeah, sure. Well, talk to me about sort of the opportunity to come. You mentioned John Dodson earlier. What were your thoughts when they called you and said, hey man, this is who we want you to fight?
Well, I actually got offered him a while back when I couldn't take it with the injury, which I was gutted about, because I remember saying to Brad, mate, John Dodson's the fighter I'd love to fight. You know, he's smaller than me, just everything about him, you know, I'm happy to go against. You know, even his CV, he's been in there with the best in the world, so he's someone that I'd love to test my skills against. And you know, when I got offered him again for this one, you know, I was like, let's do this. You know, I was pumped up for it. Gutted that it wasn't on the London card in my hometown, but you know, I'm buzzing to be here, and I'm buzzing to get in there with him on Saturday night.
Talk a little bit about what he brings to the table. You know, like you said, he's smaller than you physically, which I think has maybe made him a problem for some people. So what do you do to sort of prepare for that and sort of his a little bit of his like elusiveness, I guess.
For me, stylistically, I love those guys that are smaller. You know, I've got quite long limbs for my weight. Unfortunately, everyone I've fought so far in the UFC has been taller than me. So it's nice to be, quite a bit taller than him for once. But what I'm most excited about is going against someone with a CV like he's got. He's fought for the title twice. Yeah. He's knocked out TJ Dillashaw. You name it, he's been in there with the best there is. So for me now to put my name against that, it's pretty cool.
It's a home game for him. He's from here, trains here, but he's also been on a little bit of a slump. I mean, you talked about his resume, but his career trajectory right now, a little bit different from yours. Do you feel like that is going to maybe make him a hungry fighter, being here at home in front of home fans and knowing that he kind of desperately needs a win at this point?
I believe so. From seeing his last few fights, I feel like maybe he's had enough. He's been in the game for so long. He's been there at the top. In a way, maybe I'm thinking, what else does he need to prove? He's obviously come up a weight class, so he probably hasn't got much weight to lose. He's getting on a bit now. I'm sure he believes that, he's not going to get a title shot or anything like that again. So I don't think that he's anywhere near as hungry as me. But I do believe that with it being his hometown, he might get confident and think, let's go. He's going to come out, and instead of maybe running for 15 minutes, he's going to come at me, which, I hope he does, because if he does, I believe I'm going to get a knockout in the first round.
Where does a win over him put you? I mean, obviously that'll be 9 in a row, I think, overall. But in terms of the division right now and what it would do for you, it's got to feel like it would be kind of a big notch on your belt to have, like you said, a guy who's fought for the title a couple times.
100%.
Does that propel you right up into that top
100%. And for me, if I can finish him, to be the only man that finishes him with who he's gone against, that would prove a lot. If I can finish John Dodson within the distance and be the only man to do that, then where does that put me? He's fought everyone there is you could possibly think of in them top rankings, and for me, I think that proves that I'm supposed to be in there with anyone in the world. Obviously, I always look for the finish, but even if I just get the win, so be it. But I just want to be known for entertaining the fans as well. I want them to come away and think, wow, that kid's good.
Sure.
So for me, I hope Dodson doesn't just run away for 15 minutes, because that makes for a boring fight. But yeah, I think he's going to come, and I think he's going to be game this time with it being in his hometown.